Hello everyone, and long time no see. It's been a while since I've uploaded any YouTube video. Years, definitely years in fact. But I've been wanting to get back into it, yet also giving myself grace and the waiting for the right time and season in which to do so. So turns out that the time I'm starting to get back into it is when I'm like 34 weeks pregnant with our third child. Probably, I don't know if you can see very well. Yeah, and it's just before Christmas, so I'm filming this like mid-December 2023, and I have many other things that I would like to start sharing on this channel, but to keep it short, I love watching what I got my kids for Christmas videos. Davide, my husband, he knows that full well. So I thought, what a good way to get back into YouTube. And I'm kind of more so doing this just for like myself to look back on through the years, and also maybe hopefully give someone else out there some ideas. Next year we'll be starting our first official year of formal homeschooling with our eldest, who is 5 at the moment. She's 5, and we have a 2.5, almost 3-year-old little boy, and now we're expecting a little girl again mid to end of January this next year coming up, so 2024. My goodness, I can't believe it's 2024 almost. But yeah, so I just wanted to film this video, and I didn't want to let another year slip away where I didn't really film what we got our kids for Christmas. I love watching them, and I wanted to actually start participating in it this year. And even though it seems all like a bit, haphazard at times and whatever, like we've just gone through a cyclone. I say we were supposed to get a cyclone hitting Cairns where we live in Australia just this past couple of days, but we were praying and praying and praying, and testimony to God, thank you God, we did not get really any cyclonic winds, and also no flooding, no damage whatsoever, and also we didn't even lose power here, so that was just a complete answer to prayer. Just drinking a lovely hot chocolate that my hubby Davide made me. So good. Super simple. It's just like cocoa, honey, and milk, but it tastes so good. Anyway, that's your cue to get a drink, sit down and relax while you watch this video. I hope it gives you some ideas or helps you out, or just provides at least some minimum form of entertainment for you. And I'm hoping it's a really nice way to ease me back into being in front of the camera again and filming some stuff for YouTube. Anyway, it's clearly nighttime here and the kids are all asleep, and that's when I'm filming this, obviously. So there should hopefully be no interruptions by them or them seeing the gifts. I hope, and if they do, they'll be so tired they won't notice, hopefully. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. We have a 5-year-old daughter, Eva, and then we have a almost 3-year-old son, Angelo. I should also probably mention as well, the whole, this is what we got our kids, blah, 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 don't feel bad or guilty if you got more or less or not. The disclaimer, everybody knows the disclaimer, and I think we all get it. Can we just leave it at that, please? However, we're not minimalist by any means or any stretch of the imagination. I do try more recently to be more minimal for me, which is, it's challenging at times, but it's really good. I like a bit of a challenge, so I do try to minimize. And I do think this is my most minimal Christmas yet. I'm definitely a big gift giver, and anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely love giving gifts. my mum even says that I should do it for a job for people, like go and buy gifts for people, for their people, if that makes sense. And I would totally do that. But anyway, I do love gift giving. It's like a big part of one of my love languages. So yeah, I definitely like to do that. It is really hard for me to pull back. So I think this year showed a fair bit of restraint. But obviously, like, you know, this might be way more than you get your kids, or way less. I don't know, but I'll just put that out there. So I did try to be more minimal this Christmas. I'm also going to fit into this video. I plan to do, like, show you everything, because I probably am not going to film another one this Christmas time. So we're going to do stockings, and then we'll do like family gifts, and then individual gifts for the kids. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, let's get started. Let's start off with the stockings. So for Eva's stocking, she's 5, and she is into all things like Winnie the Pooh this year, which I love, actually. I definitely love that she's more into the vintage things. Well, I don't know, is A.A. Milne / Winnie the Pooh, is it antique now? I'm not sure. If it's 100 years old or more, then it's antique, and if it's 25 years or more, it's vintage, classified speaking. Well, he's definitely vintage, let's put it that way. I should look that up. So the first thing I found from her for her stocking is very bizarre. A lot of these things also I found at the secondhand shop. So we call that the op shop here, or we sometimes call it thrifted. But yeah, secondhand, charity shop, op shopped, thrift shopped, whatever you like to call it in your part of the world in which you live. That's what I've gotten a fair few of the gifts from this year, because I love me a secondhand shop. I managed to find this like brand new looking little Winnie the Pooh. I'm just laughing because I know what this is for, but I know what she's going to use it for is probably not what it's for. It's a pencil case, so it unzips. But she's probably just going to stick all her knickknacks and random things that she collects. So this little pouch, let's just call it pencil case, and because she loves Winnie the Pooh, and also because she loves to put things inside of things, and because she's starting homeschool next year, so she'll technically be in grade like 1 or prep next year. In Charlotte Mason standards, we call it Form 1B. So I thought that would be nice for her in her stocking. And I think that was like $1 at the secondhand shop. And then she asked me for one of these. She used to have one of these little games with the water in it, and you get the little hoops on the pegs. She had one and it cracked and broke. And I remember paying like $9 for this thing, and it was ridiculous. But she loved it. And then this one I just found for $1, and it's like a Sanrio little game like that. So I think she'll really like that at the secondhand shop again. Sorry, I'm like reaching over here every time I get something. Okay, just pre-warning. And I also picked her up one of these for her stocking, which is those little, the Target brand of like Sylvanian families or calico critters in the USA. It's called Lil Woodsies. And it's just like one of those little blind bag animal critters, as they say. And it's like a little baby in a baby cot. She likes little things and little baby dolls and things like that, so I think she'll like that. And I found an actual feminine looking neutrally, well, it's actually a Barbie Hot Wheels car, but I think she feels a bit left out when we give Angela all the cars, so she tries to like sometimes get them off him. But so I found her this little Barbie Hot Wheels car. The next thing I got her for her stocking was this, because they've been having sales on all the Polly Pockets here. I don't know if they're just like clearing them out, or if it's like a special deal, I don't know. But I particularly got her this one. It's like a honey. It's got like honey in it, like a bee and honey and a little bear. And it just reminded me of Winnie the Pooh. And this is specifically, I specifically got this and for her stocking, so she sees it first, as it really links up well with the main gift that she's getting this year, which you'll see in a minute. So that's her stocking, and then there's actually more. Okay, sorry. Wouldn't be a Stephanie gift giving if there wasn't a little bit more, let's be honest. So in my attempt at being minimal, I thought I would just be like, give them the same things each and that's it. But I do think, like, what do they say? Minimalism is about being more so intentional. And I have been incredibly intentional. I have tried to be incredibly intentional this year with their gifts. And just the gifts, because yes, we don't want clutter that we're not going to use. I've tried to really think about things that they'll actually like, things that they'll use for like the months and months to come until the next Christmas. And yeah, just not to overwhelm them. So I probably might even pull a few things back. I think Natalie Bennett talks about that too. And I think I will probably pull a few things back just so it's not overwhelming them on the day. But let's move on. Then I found this at TK Maxx. Is different to TJ Maxx, but it's the same kind of thing for Australia. And I only bought this because I look for these for a long time. What they are, they're like the Play-Doh with the people or the animals in this case. And you squeeze the Play-Doh up and it becomes like their hair, and you can cut the hair or whatever. But I really loved this when I was a kid. So I got them that one each. I'll just split them between each stocking. And that was $8 for the set of 2. So $4 each, technically. Getting technical. I don't even know if I was playing. I don't think I'll say the price for everything because I don't know if I remembered or off the top of my head. But now these are from AliExpress, which is essentially like Temu or Temu or Wish. I hear like people saying like bad reviews about AliExpress and Temu and stuff like that. But I think it's genuinely because they're trying to get the wrong things from there. Like, you don't go to Temu or AliExpress to buy a kettle, for example, or like all of your like good quality storage devices or like storage items, or even like some technological items. I wouldn't get technology, like expensive technology from these places. But like if you focus in on what they do well, like kids' toys or jewelry, like costume jewelry and accessories, or certain things like that, they do a really good job. And also look up the reviews. That's what I always say. Look at the reviews and look to see if there's photo reviews too. That's always handy. So I picked up 4 sets of animal life cycles, which I've literally had in my cart for probably over a year, maybe even more, like 18 months I've had these in my cart. And doesn't anyone else do that? You like add things to your cart instead of your wish list, and then you just leave it there and leave it there and leave it there until you have to like order it, otherwise it won't come in time. That's me. So I got like this frog one. They worked out to be like just around $7 each set shipped to Australia. So I got one, the frog one. Sorry, it's all in bags, but I got a frog one and a snail one. Can't really see it there, but I got a snail. That's terrible, I'm sorry. It's like all in a bag. But a snail one and a frog life cycle for Angelo, and he'll get those 2 because he loves frogs and snails and worms and all that kind of stuff. But I was trying to withhold and not overbuy. And these will also be good because they come in handy for homeschool next year and beyond. And for Eva, I got her the chicken life cycle and the butterfly life cycle set. I hope these are focusing. I'm so sorry if they're not. So So they're gonna get those 2 each. I might actually, I don't know if I'm gonna put all of this in their stockings or not. I'm just showing you what I got essentially. It's all kind of like figured out the night before, let's be honest. And then, oh yeah, this I got also from AliExpress. I got them one of these each because they've been really into like music boxes, wound music boxes. And I got them one of these each. So they just come in like a little, really quite ornate looking box. And then they have the little mechanism inside where you wind it. Oh, it doesn't even work. So this one's over the rainbow. And I think that one's, I'll give to Eva. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star for Angelo. The boxes look the exact same, but except for the inside, they've got like written what their song is on the inside. I can't remember exactly how much these were. They might have been like $10 each. And when I say, like when I'm talking in dollars, I just know that everything is in Australian dollars. So you do worth that what you will. And oh yeah, and these, I got these, you can't really tell, but they're little mesh bags. They pop up to be like cylindrical shaped bags with a strap and a zip. And I thought they'd be really good for like when we're going out on our little nature walks that we tend to do throughout the year quite regularly. They can collect things like bugs or insects or like leaves or whatever they collect, and they can just put them in those the little bags each. They were a couple dollars on Temu, I think. With regards to actual like sweets and consumables, I got them this each at like the dollar store. I got them a Winnie the Pooh and a Tigger Pez each, which I think they're gonna love. So that is going in their stockings also. So for Angelo's stocking specifically, I got him an egg from the secondhand shop, but not just any egg. It's like a Jurassic Park egg. They've had like 2 of these like years ago, and they in the meantime just like gone missing outside and whatever. But this one's like a little, I'm not going to even guess to know what the name of this kind of dinosaur is. But yes, this little dino, he was in there, and I got this because he likes dinosaurs, but he loves eggs, like any type of egg. He pretends like little smooth rocks are eggs. He pretends marbles are eggs. He pretends everything's eggs. We've got like books about eggs. He just loves any kind of egg. And I thought Eva loved eggs, and she does, but he's like loves eggs. So he's gonna like that. I think it was probably like less than $1 at the secondhand shop for that one. A little Hot Wheels, but it's not a typical Hot Wheels. It's like some kind of like spacecraft thing, which he will like because he loves rockets and spaceships and vehicles of all sorts. This is a Star Trek USS Enterprise NCC 1701, if that means anything to you. And then this was $2 because it says so on the back, because sometimes the thrift shops that we go to here, they just write on the item with permanent marker. I'm like, couldn't you at least put a bit of sticky tape down or a bit of like actual use a tag or something? No, they just write on it with like permanent marker, and anyway, he's not gonna care. But I got him, I managed to find him, oh, I'm seeing it's broken, but he won't care. One of the same games as Eva with the water and the little hoops to get onto the pegs, and it's a Cars themed one, so I thought he'll really like that. And last thing I think going in his stocking that's like not what I showed you before, part of the mutual, the same things they're getting, is this Jacob's Ladder. These are quite actually, they're not cheap like to get them from the store, but I found this one, it's like brand new condition, and it was like $1, I think. And I used to love this concept. I can't remember. There is a way to continually. There you go. This is hopefully showing up. But yeah, I'm butchering this. Okay. But yeah, so this is something hopefully he'll love, and I'm sure Eva will play with that too. But yes, so that's going in Angelo's stocking as well. And now for the family gifts. So we don't really have like a tradition to buy like a game or a puzzle for the family every year. We have done it like a few years, but we just like to just make it up as we go, I think, at the moment for these kinds of things. I found this again at a secondhand shop. I could not believe it was like $8, I think. $8 for this beautiful, let's just call it Russian nesting doll. And this actually is got the most like nesting dolls I've ever seen in a nesting doll situation before. I counted out like 15. It goes super tiny. Then this is something else I bought off AliExpress, and it's oh, that's like shining that light right in my eye. A brass with a wooden turned handle magnifying glass. So I think that'll be a really nice thing to just add to our family, and maybe like almost like an heirloom piece. I used to love looking at my nonnies magnifying glass whenever I went to their place back when I was a little kid. I didn't plan this at either, but this is a gift that keeps on giving, because I bought it years ago, and I left it at my brother and sister-in-law's house for the kids to play when they were over there. But because they'd moved out of their home for like a year or two, and like things were caught up in packing, she only just she found it recently, and it was in a box of other things that we'd left there. So it's virtually like brand new, and my kids, Eva has literally asked for this game for like probably 2 years. And I was like, no, I'm not getting it again, because like we already have it somewhere around. And she's forgotten about it now, but both the kids will love this. Angelo's into fishing and everything, so that's gonna be a winner chicken dinner, as they say in Australia. So yeah, now let's move on into the individual gifts. Starting out, oh yep, there we go, there's the second-hand tag. So this one was from Vinnie's. It was $4. St. Vincent de Paul's. $4 though, and it's this brand new tutu, and it's really soft and stretchy. And I think it's like, it doesn't actually have a size on it because someone cut the tag off. But because I think she's going to start doing some ballet lessons next year. So then, so if I do her main gift, then everything else will kind of make sense. So it's in this very unusual packaging, because it actually was something I bought from eBay. This is like the first year I think I've ever bought something for my kids for Christmas from eBay. I never used to be much of an eBay shopper. However, I wasn't sure what to get her, because, you know, I want it to be intentional, and I wanted something to be she actually uses. And because she's been so into Winnie the Pooh this year, and she loves little things, I feel like it was definitely like a God prompting, Holy Spirit prompting situation. I managed to find this. So it doesn't look like much, and especially when you hear what I paid for it. So this was actually like on the affordable end of a vintage Polly Pocket, believe it or not. It is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be though, which I should have totally thought it would be this size because it was a Polly Pocket. But they didn't actually even have any measurements on it. And I know that when I've waited for things in the past with like eBay and Facebook Marketplace to ask them questions and back and forth thing, they end up selling before I even get the answer to the question or something. And I thought, okay, how small can it surely be? And just bought it. And yeah, so this is her main gift. It doesn't look like a great deal, but I think she will really appreciate it, and I hope so. And I'll just explain to her that it's like, you know, very special because you can't find them anymore. This is a pretty cool Polly Pocket, I'm not gonna lie. It's got like all these different compartments and rooms to it, and it's all Winnie the Pooh themed. Like that comes open. I think it's like, oh, I can't remember the name. Let me look it up. If you want a more in-depth view of what this actually is, it's a rare Winnie the Pooh 100-acre wood playset from 1998. Okay. Regardless, I thought it was something she'd like, and they don't sell things like this at the moment, so eBay it was. So yeah, it does all work and function really well, like brand new quality, I'd say. It does have like a lot of parts and pieces that open. Oh my goodness, there's even like a, I didn't notice this. There's like a back slide or something. I don't know. There's like a lot of really thoughtful details in this Polly Pocket that she'll really like. She likes all these kinds of little trinkety opening and closing things. These are a lot smaller, the characters, than I thought they were going to be as well. I honestly thought they would be like this big each, and that this would have been like this big. So like double the size. But storage is going to be really, really good. There is all the little characters pretty much, which I don't even think you get with the Lego sets these days. So you've got like Pooh, you've got Rabbit, Kangaroo, did I say that? Owl and Eeyore and Tigger and Piglet, the whole set, pretty much everyone but Christopher Robin, which she's gonna love because she loves all the characters particularly. And just because it, I don't know, it looks so small to me, the Polly Pocket. Yeah, I caved and got this one as well. This one I thought would go with it though. I think she'll really like this too. And I saw on one channel, JDA, she's like a really well-known YouTube lady who does content about like homeschooling and stuff. She shared about what she does for toy storage and most of all the system she uses with her kids for her toys, whether it be like dollhouse things or potato heads or magnetiles or building blocks or something. We will just pull that out on that given day, and then they can play with it, and it's more new to them, but they really play with it well. And then when they finish playing with it for the day, or like even if it's every couple days, we put it back and we put it back in the cupboard, and that's the system we kind of do. And in one of her tubs, she has just a tub full of Polly Pockets, that she used to love Polly Pockets when she was little, and so did I. She said that her kids love playing with them as like pulling them all out and making like whole little worlds and towns with them all, even though they don't obviously click together or make like a perfectly gelled little world. Kids don't care, like kids will just make it up as they go, and it's not taking up huge amounts of room in your storage space. But I really like that too, because I know my kids love little things and like compartment things, so I just knew that Polly Pockets is probably going to be up her alley anyway. But yeah, so I thought, oh, it wouldn't be bad to like start collecting a few more so she can kind of make like a whole little world around this. She does like that kind of stuff. So hopefully that kind of fills up the main gift, and I'll probably wrap them together or something. And then to go with that, I also bought this off eBay because again, we're going to be learning to read this year, and we're starting homeschool. I thought, what better way to then get her an actual like A to Z alphabet book, Winnie the Pooh based. I was trying to be really intentional with the gift, but I thought she'd like it because it mentions like woozle and like funny words like that. And it's got like, not just the letter, you know, and it's like A is for acorn, but also it has like a whole little poem to go with each letter. From atop an oak tree in the 100-acre wood, a little acorn fell right where Pooh Bear stood. And she'll love that. She's just going to be like really into this, I think. But then actually as well, I did not buy this. My friend very generously offered to throw me a baby shower. And one of my beautiful friends that came, she blessed us with this for baby girl. and it's Winnie the Pooh. I don't think she had any idea that Eva's so into Winnie the Pooh, but I thought, and I told her, I'm just going to put this away and give this to Eva as part of Christmas, and then she can read it to baby girl when she's old enough and whatnot. Winnie the Pooh Tales to Share from the 100 Acre Wood, and there are 5 books in here. They're actually like board books though, so good for like little hands too, so toddlers and things. But I thought because the text is so big, it'll be really good for Eva for like a first reader book kind of thing too with me next year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving her that too. So to who gave this, thank you again, you know who you are. So the next little thing we got for Eva is, I don't know if you can see this, I don't know if it's gonna pick up, but it was from AliExpress again, and it's just a little costume jewelry pendant, and it's got a little hamster or something sticking its head out of a little teapot, and it's enamel and costume jewelry, gold plate. But I thought that's so cute and like really up her alley. So I got her that, and actually got the matching earrings too, but she doesn't have her ears pierced yet, so I don't know why, but I just wanted to get the set. I think this was like a couple of dollars, maybe $4 or $5 shipped. This was a random secondhand shop find, but she's watched this movie, the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast, a few times this year, and she's gotten quite into it. But I saw this at the secondhand shop for $5, and more than the book, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Disney literature or Disney in general, to be honest, but it's like a full set of, mainly the reason I bought this was because it comes with like all the figurines and the characters. So I thought that was a really, really neat find for $5. And I think she'll really enjoy this. And yeah, I think she'll like playing with those quite a bit. So that's just a little extra for $5 I found her. The last part of her like gifts, they both getting one of these, but I'll show you her one. This is like, so I feel like every gift has like a preface to it. I brought home a catalogue from Target or something a few weeks ago, maybe like a month or 2 ago, and she was looking through it all. She's like, my magazine, and like looking through it all and ticking what she wanted and what she liked and telling me. And moral of the story is she came out like loving this Furby, that because she asked us what it was and we told her it's a Furby. So everyone's kind of like into this new like hippie looking Furby. I was like, okay. And it's like $100 for this Furby, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not one of those mums that like get them anything they think they want, because a lot of the time they say that and then they don't even want it. Just saying, for my kids anyway. But I thought, okay, I saw this pop up and it was like literally like $28, I want to say, maybe $30. And I've heard people like really raving about these when I looked it up. And she loves, again, like all things like mama and baby. She does love her baby doll, but she's more into like this kind of like animal babies and like that kind of thing. I think you put the bunny in the box and then like you put a timer or something on, and then like 4 or 3 little babies drop out from the roof. They just appear in the box. So the mothers had the babies, and that's how simple it is. Giving birth is just that easy. But especially because we've got baby number 3 coming, I thought it would be a really good gift for her. And then you'll see I've got another version of this for Angelo, because I think he'll be into it too. And that's like her Furby version of Christmas this year. Okay, that felt like a marathon. So then moving on to Angie's, or Angelo's gifts, we got him the same one, but it's a little mouse and the cage is blue. So I thought hopefully this encourages them to you know, play more together. As he gets older, they already are playing more together, but I think things like this will hopefully help with that. They do fight and bicker over things at times, but like they're generally pretty good, especially when we remind them. You know, it's all about that consistency, right? I found these at the secondhand shop. I think they're like Transformers. So I've got like 3 of these. They had a whole bunch, but I just picked 3 randomly. I was like, oh, this one, and this one, because I was at the registers. They had them all there. But I thought, yeah, vehicle-y things that transform into other things. This is, again, this is how I bought it at the secondhand shop. It came in like one of these containers. I will re-wrap it. There's some random animal in there, figure in there, and a shark, but they tend to just do groupings of things for like $5 or whatever it be. But I mainly got this because it had all the Disney Lion King. So it's like Timon and Pumbaa, and they've got like, actually, I think that's Simba grown up. Yeah, it must be like the number 2 or something. And then like other characters like the hyena and stuff from Lion King. So that's kind of like going to be his version of like the Beauty and the Beast thing. He hasn't even seen the Lion King, I think, but whatever. I saw it and it was nostalgic, so I got it. And then for here's something to read. I saw this and I think you'll really, really like this. It's just one of those Usborne Peep Inside books, How a Rocket Works, but I thought this would be still a good one even for like homeschool, but I think you'll really enjoy that. And then I also got him, he loves insects as well, what little boy doesn't. This one here, Why Do We Need Bees by Usborne Books as well. And these were both $6 each at Kmart. You kind of got to like pick them up when you find them because they go really quick, the Usborne books, I find. And this one looks like it's got some really good little lift the flaps and things in there and some good info. So that's going to be really good for homeschool, but also for him to just look through and enjoy. This was a very last minute find and probably not a necessity, but it was $5 for the set and I thought he would love this. But it's just got like a pair of tweezers, a little cheapy magnifying glass, and the main thing I liked was a little like box with the magnifier on top. So I got him that. This is his something to wear shirt from Kmart, and it's got tools on it and a little pockets, which he's liking pockets at the moment as well. And what else? Oh yeah, he's into tools a lot at the moment too. So that's for his something to wear. And this is something very random. Again, this is like a Temu, whatever you call it, find. And I saw it all over TikTok and I was like social media influenced by this. A rechargeable device that you put it comes with all these flashcards, quite a lot of flashcards actually. I was really impressed. Like, to be honest, even $15 for the flashcards is pretty cool. But they're double-sided too, so it's got like several categories: animals, daily necessities, vehicles, foods, fruits, vegetables, costumes, nature, colors, persons, jobs, and shapes. And they're double-sided, so that is really neat, I thought. And you plug them into here and then it reads it audibly, like it reads it aloud. And it's also rechargeable and it comes with a little charging cable and everything. So you don't have to add batteries or anything to it, which is really nice. For $15 shipped, that's a really good thing to like kind of maybe keep him busy during some of our homeschool lessons next year. I think that's something that he will use. And even if he doesn't, I'm sure my baby girl, when she grows up, she'll use it. I think it's a pretty cool little interactive toy for $15. So this is what I got for Angelo's main gift. I've seen it for quite a while and I thought, oh my goodness, he would love that, especially when he was super into rockets for like 6-7 months. Now he's still into them, but I hope he likes this. So I got them all from one like discounttoys.com.au or something. I'm just happy they actually came because people said the reviews were mixed. But I was like, okay, they actually came and they came pretty quickly. So that's good. and they were substantially cheaper than other places I saw, but they're the tender leaf, like various construction packs. So what they are, this one is like rockets, and you get 3 rockets, but most of the parts come apart, but he can mix and match the rockets and pieces with the little dowels that like stick out. But then I also got these 2 other sets to go with it. There's like the robot set where you get 3 robots, which I think he'll be quite into, and you can mix and match those pieces together with each other. But also I'm assuming like you can, there's definitely all the same like dowel fittings, so they've been made to like all interact together, so he can do that with those. And then I got him a 3rd set of that. Oh, it's starting to rain really heavily. This one's the space race set, and there's 3 wooden space vehicles. So that's them there. Hope you can see that all. But essentially, yeah, they all come apart. I think he'll like mixing and matching and constructing, but also like playing with the vehicles and the robots and things when they're set up. And I look forward to seeing what creations he can kind of come up with and like new configurations with these 3 sets. So that's his main gift as a whole. That's what my children are getting for Christmas from us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's good to be back, and I look forward to doing many, many more of these to come in the new year. And I probably won't post though another one after this year, so until next year. So wishing you a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God's richest blessings upon you and your beautiful families, and I'll see you soon.